And some Ghanaians have hit the streets of Accra to demand the immediate release of 53 Democracy Hub protesters for why they arrested during an anti-Galamsey demonstration last week, and also to demand concrete action from the government to stop the ongoing environmental destruction caused by Galamsey.
People have mind. They have destroyed the rivers, and now human beings, Ghanaian citizens, who cannot speak, who are not in Accra, so we will do it for them. They are consistently drinking water which is polluted with minerals, water which is, water which is polluted with chemicals, cyanide, lead, mercury, all sorts of things which do harmful and evil things to the human body. And we are here with politicians in power acting like they do not know what they are doing. But I tell them now, we are not timorous souls. We are not timorous souls. We will face them. We will remove them. They had better stop it now.
Angry protesters there. Let's take some more from Vanessa Odotomboateng, who is with the members of the protest in the streets. Vanessa, thank you for your time. What is going on there? How is the protest actually happening so far?
Hashtag Stop Galamsey Now. Hashtag Free the Citizen. This demonstration has started today. Today is the first day, and it started from Okonglo right through airport, and currently we are at Roman Reach. The message of the protesters is one, actually. It is saying that some protesters were arrested 21st September, and then they were arrested because they were protesting for the Galamsey menace to stop. They want those protesters released, and secondly, they want government to do something about the Galamsey menace. Now, I am here with Dennis Mipiru. I'm going to pick a few thoughts from him and what he thinks about this demonstration. You're welcome to Metro TV, Dennis.
Thank you very much.
So you have to take your time to join this demonstration.
Yeah, I'm here because obviously we don't have the state-of-the-art treatment plant at the Ghana Water Company Limited. They have said themselves that they may have to shut down some plants in the Ashanti region and in the central region as well. I live close to Kaswa, so I'm going to be affected one way or the other. I mean, and we have River Brim. That's the main source of water that feeds Accra. So don't forget that even though I have this water here, this what we call sachet water, pure water. How pure is this? Because, you know, when you examine the production or because this is supposed to be produced under hygienic conditions, but when you examine the conditions under which this particular one is produced, you realize that they cannot exempt the chemicals, which is the heavy metals like lead, arsenic, you talk about mercury, cyanide. You may have the water clean, but how clean is it? Is it rid of chemicals? That's the question. So even if you don't speak up now, you may go ahead and buy water, and in the long run, maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, you may have kidney diseases. It's the reason why we're all out here today. And you can tell I have not consumed my water yet. I don't even trust this water as we speak. I'm not going to show you the brand, but I don't trust this sachet water. And that's how alarming the situation has become. And for the protesters who were arrested, I mean, they just committed petty offenses. Even murder victims, are supposed to be granted bail. So it is unheard of. It is what we call unlawful detention to have a judge pronounce that they should not be granted bail. I am heavily disappointed. I spoke to many friends who are also activists, and we stand in the same position. We want the protesters released, granted amnesty, so that they can face the court. Already, we're already dealing with issues where the police breached the rights of the citizens. They were not released after 48 hours. Before 48 hours, actually released after 48 hours and processed for court. So, I mean, that in itself is a breach of the law.
Right, let me play the devil's advocate. We've heard some politicians say that fighting Galamsey will make them lose votes in certain constituencies, especially the mining areas. What do you say to this?
Well,
do you think they will be able to fight this menace?
We can approach it from a political angle. I myself, I'm a very big political person online. Most people know me. I'm affiliated with the Mahama campaign. But we have to go beyond political party, interests. We have to go beyond politicization when it concerns a national issue. Most people were not part of the NDC, but they joined us to march against the EC so they can hear the voice of Ghanaians. Why? Because we have a problem. It is scary to see that most people, whether NDC or MPP, will queue up, to vote on December 7th, and they will have, their decision for who they want to be president subverted. We don't want the will of the people subverted. So we are out here because this affects us all, just like the voter register situation. And so we need one voice to elect the president. And I say that, look, when you look at the constitution, the president is clothed with so much power that he can actually make a statement today and a lot will change. Why is he quiet? President Akufo-Addo, the people who voted for you, your employees are calling on you to act now.
Yes, we've heard from Dennis. President Akufo-Addo, your employers are calling on you to act now. We will take some few steps and then read some of the inscription on the placards and then see. We will see, okay, we've seen this. This is not a political motive. It's a state emergency. This is not a political motive, it's a state emergency. That is what some of the placards are saying. They are calling on government to do something and act now to end the Galamsey menace. And then we see some, I didn't die for this, Kwame Nkrumah sitting and then with his head in his hand and then saying, I didn't die for this. Let's talk to one of the protesters. Hi, welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you very much.
You have joined the protest today.
Yes, I have.
What is your motivation?
It's really simple. I just don't want to die from drinking water. I just don't want to die. Because the same water that is being polluted is what is coming through my taps, what is being used for my Vortic, my KFC, everything I eat is from that same water. So they should leave our water bodies alone so that we can survive on our own. Simple.
You've heard from him. His message is simple. He does not want to die from just drinking water. And then we will go and then read few inscriptions on some of the placards. Let's go forward and then destroy Galamsey, not our future. Say no to Galamsey. Hashtag free the citizens. And then we saw some irresponsible mining, corrupt leaders.
And you're told that yes, the government doesn't care about you. Imagine being born deformed and you're being told by your parents that the government did nothing about the water, about Galamsey, nothing.
You've heard from her. She has made her plight known. And then we will speak to one more protester. Hi, welcome to Metro TV. You have joined hashtag Stop Galamsey Now demonstration and hashtag Free the Citizen. Do you think the protesters, do you think Ghanaians are being heard enough?
No, Ghanaians are not being heard enough. We started this campaign a long time ago. We've been preaching that the government intervenes and use all the powers as given to the government to use to stop the Galamsey. But till date, we don't think that we've been heard enough. And that's why we've all hit the streets in solidarity with the protesters that were kidnapped by the government and demand the release and freeing of the citizens. And also the government should immediately end Galamsey.
Have you had a chance to speak to some of the people that were arrested?
Yes, they are my people. And maybe some of you may not know, but the last protest, I was unlawfully kidnapped by the Ghana police, just like my brothers and sisters were kidnapped. So I've actually been a volunteer in delivering food and supplies to my brothers and sisters who have been kidnapped by the state. And that's why I'm still on the street today, because I can't even deliver food and supplies to my people. And I'm here for the demand of the citizens, for the release of the citizens immediately.
Well, I will still play some of the devil's advocates. We have heard some politicians consistently hit that they